Good day, everyone. I'm here this morning with some other digital business owners. If you have been following us, you know we have, excuse me, I should have taken a drink before I did this. You know, we have been doing a go live every Tuesday morning for a while. And now, because of our 90-day team challenge, you're now seeing us every day. We meet every weekday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the purpose is to start our day off on a positive note. We watch a video, then we discuss the subject and voice our opinions. The video we watched this morning was by Lila Landowski on 6 Secrets to Learning Faster. The link to the video will be in the comments section after we're completed the go live. Anyways, we'll go ahead with our thoughts. What'd you think, Elena?
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening. It was interesting. I was actually listening to, before this, John Azrath, who had the same kind of thing when he talked about neuro whatever. It's a lot to absorb, but basically they're so right, and like probably don't have it all in the same order, but in order to be alert, your attention span. I kind of wrote things down as I listened to her, and taking breaks. That's a big one. That's a big one for me. I get so involved into my work that before you know it, it's 3:00. That's a no-no. Then I complain that my back hurts, but maybe I should have like an eject button that pushes me out of my chair every half hour or so. And of course, like when you make your mistakes, that's when you should walk away, or you realize that, a few hours later that. So it's really important to focus on the task that you're working on, and keeping in mind, and like she said, it's just a way of programming your brain that if you learn to take those breaks, then you can get those tasks done much quicker and more efficiently. Thank you.
Thank you, Elena. Okay, Jose.
Good morning, everyone. Good to see everyone. I love this subject. I just love this subject because it makes me realize how fine-tuned we are, So when we start to neglect these things, and we feel like our life is spinning, these are the things that we need to take control of, right? So and it's pretty easy stuff. Like it's not hard. It's very, just going for a walk every day, or you don't even have to go for a walk. You can just stand in one place and move, right? It can be so easy. I can see how the sleep in my past, like I sleep with this, I have a CPAP machine. And I think back of how many years that I suffered without that. I keep thinking of Darlene. She's so intelligent. Imagine you're going to be a genius after you get your machine. It's like, oh, I want to move in with you. Anyway, but I also think of how that must have affected my brain without the amount of oxygen that I wasn't getting, right? So repetition. I love repetition. Taking breaks. You know what I've done, Elena, is I've put on, because I need to drink more water as well, because we're 75% water, guys. So there's a reason why we need to drink water. I put it every hour. I have to get up and get a glass of water. But I also have to finish it before I go. And so, yeah, and then mistakes, if we just make a mistake and run away and not think about it, there's nothing wrong with making mistakes as long as we learn from them. So, to evaluate that mistake and to learn from it and almost be happy about it. Like just, oh yeah, I've got to do this like this, like I've got it. Perfect example is yesterday in the business, registering someone in the business. It was like, okay, what's my next step? What's my next step? What's my next step? And I thought, oh my gosh, I can't remember how to do this. It was awful. I had my team behind me, supporting me to guide me, which was great. but I need to repeat until I get this all memorized. So I'm going to listen to this one again. I wish I could have, I wish I had her notes so I don't have to make my own notes, but I love this topic. So thank you very much, Krista. Excellent choice. Excellent choice. Thank you.
Thank you, Jose. Okay, Jesse. You're on mute.
Oh, great. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, everyone watching us live here. I love this topic. Oh my gosh. Every piece of it really speaks to me, and I think most of us, as we age, we realize that our attention gets a bit slower. And so the things that we need to do to really reignite that, exercise seems to be the top on all these topics. So we realize how important exercise really is to our physical body and also for our brains. Sleep, oh my gosh, I don't have a problem with sleep, so I'm very happy that she brought that up. Sleep is very important. And repetition, oh wow. Repetition is the key to everything. It makes life easier. And taking breaks. I'm a bit of a. I think that really hit me because I do not take breaks at all. Once I sit in that chair, I'm like Elena. I sit there till it's 3:00, and it's like, oh wow, where's lunch? We didn't drink water. We didn't drink coffee. So that's something that I will take away and try to find other tools or resources to really help me to take more breaks while I'm at work. And mistakes, that's an interesting one. How we take mistakes, when we make mistakes, how we evaluate that and how we view it. Are we using it in a negative or positive aspect, right? So it's important for us to understand, as she said, to embrace mistakes, learn from it, just like Jose said, and really try to be better. And it helps us to grow. So thank you for this video. It was really an eye opener for me. Thank you, ladies.
Great. Thank you, Jesse. Okay, Darlene, your turn.
Holy moly. I think that pretty well all her points were right on point. The first thing I'm thinking is to teach someone else, or at least just pretend to. Because if you teach someone else, you have to learn it first before you can teach others. And you can learn in short bursts of time, like say a paragraph. Learn the paragraph enough times that you can easily remember it, then go learn another one and so on, because you'll remember the first one because you've learned it well. Take notes by hand. That's another thing, because if you write them down, you'll remember a lot more. And I find that if I'm studying with a group of friends, I retain a whole lot more than if I'm studying by myself. So I know that she mentioned sleep is critical, but for some people, it's just the opposite, like me. But I guess that's just the mechanics of my body. That's how I've done it for so long. That's the way it is. But taking a break in between, like she also mentioned, that does work for me. Because if you're just sitting there doing and doing and doing, after a while, your brain's going to get fogged up and you're not going to know what you're doing. You're not going to be able to think straight. So taking a break does work. So I guess I'm normal in that area. And use the power of mental spacing. I like this one because that means that learning is like almost like watering a lawn. You can water a lawn once a week for like 90 minutes at a time, or you can space it out and do it for 30 minutes for 3 different days. So spacing out the watering during the week, it's also going to keep the lawn greener over time. So like that's almost like she said about taking a break. Like, you space it out. Don't try to cram everything in at once because you're not going to learn that way. So CPAP, water, exercise, mistakes, and repetition. CPAP, water, exercise, mistakes, repetition. Change it up and pay attention. Woo! That's it for me. Thank you.
That's great, Darlene. Thank you. Well, that was a great video. And yeah, I learned something from that for sure. I learned why I'm such a good learner. And because I thought, oh, that's why I pick things up so quickly. It's because I'm a crammer. And I'm sure that anybody that is a crammer will know that I don't worry about the test. I don't worry about if something comes up. Well, the first time that it comes up, well, then I'll worry about it. I'll worry about it, when my first buyer comes in, or I'll worry about it when my first lead comes in. I'll do it then. And then when it comes in, it's like, oh, okay, now I got to figure it out. So then it's got my full attention, it's got my alertness, and I'm learning, and I just learn it, right? And I don't worry about it all, for months ahead of time. I just worry about it in that second. So I thought, oh, that's why. And when I was in school, it was like everybody was, studying for weeks and months, sometimes for, a test or even a book report. I just skimmed the book. And then I'd get like a really good mark, and it was just, everybody hated me. But, but it was, that was why. It wasn't because I was smarter than them. It was just when I was studying or doing the work, I was giving it my full attention. I was fully alert. And I was, obviously doing repetition because I was learning really quickly. And I didn't have time to forget it because I had the test the next day. So yeah, so there you go. And then you're doing it, right? You're doing it right away. So that was actually very informative for me. I thought, oh, that's really cool. And then she said too, the earlier you learn that skill of the alertness and the attention and the repetition, the easier it is for you to do it in later life. So I don't know, I can't really remember. So I obviously learned that skill really early because it's not really hard for me to do it, like to give things my full attention, right? So so that was great. That was really informative for me, and a lot of good tips. So if you're watching this, people out there, watch this video because it's got a lot of really great information, no matter what you want to learn. Right? Exercise, yeah, that was in there with everything, like movement of the body that clears out, the energy in your brain and all that. And I'm a good sleeper. So, yeah, I'm a power sleeper. So that's never been an issue for me. But anyways, yeah, a lot of great points. I hope you watch the video. So there you go, everyone. I hope you got some really good insight and inspiration from our discussion and feel like this was a great addition to your day. If you would like to find out more about our online business, hit the Learn More button from the person's page you're watching from, or send us a message or go to our website. The capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. The willingness to learn is a choice. Brian Herbert. So I'm signing off now, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day.